In this video, I want to share with you 5 techniques that you can use to deal with shame and embarrassment. Because let's face it, after grieving, shame is probably the hardest emotion to face. 3 of these techniques are pretty easy to put into place. One is one I wouldn't recommend. And then the last one I'm going to talk about is probably a bit more challenging, but maybe more effective in the long run. So let's get started. The first is, if you do something that seems embarrassing, maybe you step in dog shit and your friends are laughing at you, just get angry. Just say, oh yeah, your face looks like dog shit. Or if you make a mistake in an argument, just get angry and it could be angry about something else entirely. Because being angry feels better than being ashamed. And if you're angry loud enough, people leave you alone. Okay, that's step one. The second one is cultivate your superiority. Just cultivate that sense of being superior to everybody else. Then their opinions won't matter. What they think of you won't matter. You ask somebody out on a date and they tell you no, just go, wow, they don't deserve you. Then they'll regret it once you're rich and famous. Just cultivate that air of superiority, then other people's opinions won't matter. And the third technique is one used by politicians a lot. Is just if you make a mistake and somebody points it out, just deny it. Just don't let it in. Just say, nope, no, I didn't say that. Or, no, you're wrong. No, that's facts not true. Just denial. And actually, these 3, if you combine them, you combine being angry with a sense of superiority and denial, you kind of create an impenetrable wall around you, and nothing can get in. It's really quite interesting. The fourth technique, people use this a lot, and I've used it in the past, and for a while it works well, but then it stops working, and that's drinking. When you're on a good drunk, you can be on the dance floor and make a fool of yourself. Well, you don't make a fool of yourself. You feel fine. You feel great. You say whatever you want. The only problem is you can't stay drunk forever. And the next day when you're hungover, the shame senses your weakness and pounces on you and makes it even worse. So I wouldn't recommend that one. Now, the last one is one that, good leaders use, scientists use, artists use, good parents use, and it's one I try to incorporate. And before I get into it, I just want to say it's important to distinguish other people's shame from your own. Because sometimes, you're studying for school and your friends want you to go out drinking and they're kind of like putting you down for doing that or for reading a book or for practicing your music lessons or for, staying on the basketball court longer. That's their own shame of feeling inadequate, putting it on you. Once you recognize that that's their shame, you don't have to worry about it. So the first thing is distinguishing other people's shame, and then it doesn't have to touch you at all. But there's that shame that comes in from ourselves. It's generated from our own bodies, our own feelings. And that's a shame of, you do a presentation at work, but you didn't really prepare enough, and it doesn't go over well. There's a feeling of shame around that. Or maybe you miss your daughter's school play because you got caught up doom scrolling on your phone and you forgot all about it. This kind of shame arises from inside. And there's a trick here, and it's kind of martial artsy. There's a way of transforming shame into personal power. And like martial arts, when somebody comes at you, you use their own energy to deflect it. You turn and you face the shame, and you let yourself feel it. You let yourself feel that you didn't do a good enough job with your presentation at work, and then that gives you the energy to do better the next time. You feel the shame of having missed your daughter's play, and it kind of feeds your consciousness, and the next time she has a play, you find you can't forget it. So there's a way of letting the shame come in and feed you. It's like information. And then shame changes from being like a rabid dog that's attacking you to something that's informing you. Think of shame as information. It's kind of like if you had a booger sticking out of your nose, would you want your friends to tell you? And there's a kind of a foo-foo hippie shit here around how you do this. And the way you transform shame into energy for your life is by loving yourself. When you love yourself enough to succeed, then you're willing to feel that shame of how you could have done a better job. When you love yourself enough to want to be a good parent, then you take in what you did wrong with your daughter and you let that change you. When you love yourself enough, you're willing to go, oh yes, I struck out at the baseball game and let my team down. You let that come in and you go, I'm going to do better next time because I want to be respected and liked by other people. You don't get angry. You don't get denied. You don't think you're better than that. You take it in and you let it become energy to do better next time.